All right, so let's go through some things that you would need to know when you first open up Minecraft. So of course you have your first screen once you're signed in, you have play, you're new and featured here, and you have your settings. A lot of times I go right into settings just so you can see some things that you can actually control for your device. I'm going to go to keyboard and mouse, and notice you can change the sensitivity here of how sensitive your keyboard or your mouse is as far as moving it. I like to put it at 40, so when I move it quickly, my head doesn't turn as quickly. You can also decide whether to put the full keyboard up or not and hide the keyboard keys, but you can also do that when you're in game just by pressing the H. But if you're on a touch screen, you would do it here. Some of the other things is you can control whether you auto jump. You can split the controls, switch it to lefty, all sorts of things here. Touch only affects the hotbar, so you can turn things on and off. So just on the right would be on, and on the left would be off. I want to go down to video because this is some of the things that you can change. There's several perspectives that you can go through in the video settings. And so you have first person, which is just you viewing. It's like you're the eyes, and what you see is what you would be if you were actually in the game. But then you also have third person back, third person front. Talk more about that when we're taking photos with the camera. But mainly I like to stay in first person, but if you want to switch it, you're actually viewing the back of your character or the front of your character as you move around. Other things you may want to do inside video is you may want to view the bobbing or turn it off. So as you're walking, your head kind of moves up and down a little bit in the game as you're walking. This is just kind of a natural thing, but for some people that might make them feel a little dizzy. You can actually just turn that off. And if you don't want the players' names to show up, you can actually turn that off too. I'm going to switch this back to first person. All right, and then the last thing that I kind of like to control and turn on and off is the music and sound. So in Minecraft, there's going to be music playing in the background, kind of this melodic, peaceful music, but you know, it can be distracting for some. For others, it could be good. I usually either turn it all the way down to 0, especially if I don't have headphones, you know, because that could distract other people. But I do like to keep the sound volume on. So again, my magic number there is 40. Just so I can hear glass breaking, I can hear when I land, I can hear water flowing, that kind of stuff. So those are the main things under the settings. The only last thing that I'll tell you is if you want to do this in a different language, you can choose languages, and then everything, not only the screen, but the resources and the inventory and the things that you actually get into in-game will all be in that language too. So you can see there's lots of languages to choose from. A lot of times when people first get into Minecraft, they're not sure where's the help guide, where's the way to like simply know how to do things. So I go to settings and go to how to play. And what it does is it tells you all about the controls. I'm on a touch screen right now, so the touch screen controls are going to show what this device does. If you're on a computer, PC or Mac, it's going to show you the A, the W, the S, the D, all of those to move around. But this actually shows you the functions of what you do to move. So that's just the simple controls. How to manage the inventory, talks about that. So just some simple things, some special things about the education version, such as the world building, special permission blocks, chalkboards. So it's a way for you to kind of get an idea of what you have and what it's supposed to do. So I'm going to go out of that and back here. Then to actually start the game, when you see my character here, you can always change the character just by going to the hanger and then picking your skin. And so the defaults are up here. Just by selecting them, it changes it, and you can kind of spin your person around just by moving, actually clicking on or touching and moving the character around. It'll show your most recent ones, and then whatever one you want to use, you just hit confirm, and that's the character you will have. All right, so that's just the basic settings and getting around. If you need to use this with another person's login, you can always go to switch accounts and it'll allow you to sign out and then have the new person sign in. And then new and featured, this kind of bar seems to change over time, but right now it's saying new and featured. And so it's just going to show you some of the newest things they've posted and the things they're featuring. So get ready for the next video on how to get started with the play.